What's up, guys? Welcome back once again. The story we are going to narrate today is called Story of Abby. This is such a tragic story of 14-year-old Abby Hernandez that, after hearing it, the same question arises on everyone's lips. How can this happen? If you also want to know what happened to her, then you will have to watch this entire story. So let's start the story. The story begins and we see a mother and daughter living in America. The daughter, Abby, is late for school as always do, to which she misses her bus. Her mom, named Zenia, works as a nurse and also has to go to the hospital early, due to which she leaves without seeing Abby. Abby was very worried that it was very important for her to go to school today, so she starts walking to her school. A little further, she meets her neighbor who gives her a lift to school in his car. Abby knew him, so she gets into his car without thinking twice. A little while later, at lunch break, Zenia comes to school and gives Abby the shoks that she had forgotten at home. But here, Abby was ashamed to talk to her mother because all her friends were watching her, and she tells her that she'll talk to her when she comes home. But Abby was unaware that perhaps she was seeing her mother for the last time today. After this, she goes to her class. A little later, school gets over, but once again, she misses her bus. Now, she starts worrying a lot that she will have to walk home again, but a little further, she again finds a car. But friends, this time the car driver is a stranger. She didn't know him. Her mother had also forbidden her from going with any stranger, but the car driver behaves very nicely with her and calls her daughter and persuades her, due to which Abby agrees to sit with him. And here is the biggest mistake of her life, which you should never make, friends. Now what is going to happen to her next? Perhaps it may never be recovered. Abby tells him the location of her house, but after going a little further, she notices that this car is going somewhere else. Seeing this, she gets scared and tries to get out of the door, but this man had the door locked. He asks her to sit quietly, but Abby does not agree and starts screaming, and then the man points a gun at her, and then gives her an electric shock, due to which Abby becomes completely silent. He makes her wear a hoodie so that no one can see her. Now, after a while, we are shown that man's house, which was right in the middle of the jungle. He goes inside a bunker and also puts a tape over her eyes so that she cannot see anything. Then he ties her hands and feet. Now, by looking at this man, you can guess what kind of man he is. He has brought her here just to do bad things with Abby. Now he repeatedly threatens her that if she screams, he will shoot her because he also has a lot of guns, as he is an ex-military officer, and he also has many friends in the military that if she tries any trick, he will get her whole family killed by them. Now, hearing this, Abby gets scared and she quietly obeys everything he says because she wants to go home alive. We see Zenia, who is now completely worried because Abby had not reached home yet. She immediately files a complaint with the police, due to which the entire police force arrives at her house after a few moments because a 14-year-old girl was missing here. Everyone starts looking for her, and the police check all her belongings, check her social media accounts, even. After doing all this, they do not get much. The police also find out that she was last seen getting into a car, so maybe she ran away with her boyfriend. But her mother says that how can such a small girl take such a big decision? She refuses to believe this. The police also understand that something is definitely wrong. Now all the news channels start covering this news, and the police also put all their efforts into finding her. Some people come forward to help Zenia, among whom are some teenagers too. They put up Abby's missing posters everywhere and also took out a candle march, but even after so many efforts, they get nothing. There was no sign of Abby anywhere. It seemed as if some alien had abducted her. Now, when Abby was getting so much attention, the kidnapper was also watching all these things on TV, and here we see his real face. He was enjoying all this very much, which every psycho kidnapper enjoys. And he goes to the girl with the poster and shows her the missing report. He did not show his real face in front of Abby. He had kept his identity hidden. After he leaves, Abby cries reading the newspaper and just wanted to go home. But friends, this was not so easy. That unknown person was becoming more and more cruel day by day. He starts treating Abby like an animal. He put an electric collar around Abby's neck so that if she screams, she would get more shocks. And sometimes he used to keep her locked in a secret room. That man kept talking to her all the time, which Abby didn't understand at all, but he never talked about himself, nor did he ever tell his name. Now Abby understood that this man is very cunning. If she wants to go home alive from here, she will have to manipulate him. She will have to happily agree to everything that man says, and only then will she be able to get out of here alive. Now in this way, 33 whole days pass. Yes, friends. And here her mother Zenia had lost her patience. She shouts at the police that what have they been doing for so many days? Her daughter is still not found. And here we see that unknown man, whom people in his office also did not like much, because he always talked strangely. He always used to get scolded by the boss, and perhaps this is the reason why he was taking out all his frustration on Abby. Now he comes home. beats her up a lot, and does bad things with her. But Abby does not say anything to him. She knew that if she said anything, this man would kill her, so she was quietly obeying all his words. Now slowly she starts taking interest in his life. She starts saving him, as if she enjoys living with him, and within a few days, her trick slowly starts working too. That man used to talk a lot to her, but Abby still did not know his name, due to which she only calls him Tips. Now she says that she thinks that he must be very good and smart, but people probably do not understand him. That is why they find him bad. She speaks all these things. Now Tips also feels relieved hearing this, because for the first time someone had praised him, so he does not misbehave with her much. And if Abby carries on this trick for a few more days, perhaps he will let her go from here. Now in this way, days keep passing and 65 whole days pass. And one day, when Tips is coming home from his work, he sees that Abby's missing posters are put up outside his office. Seeing this, he gets scared, because even after so many days, the search had not stopped yet. People remembered about it, and seeing this, an idea comes to his mind. He asks Abby to write a letter that she has run away with her boyfriend, and she has done this willingly, and he was going to post this letter to Zenia with an unknown name. But Abby plays a trick here. She writes help on the back of this letter so that when her mom sees this, she understands that she is in danger. Now Tips takes the letter to the post office, and halfway through, he sees the word help written on the back of this letter. And then what we were afraid of happens. He starts hitting her very badly, and the more Abby screams, the more he gives her an electric shock with that collar on her neck. And here, Abby starts feeling that today is her last day, but she folds her hands and apologizes to him and begs him not to kill her. Now perhaps he takes pity on her seeing this, and he makes her write a new letter, which he posts. Now the next day when Zenia receives the letter, she could not believe that something like this could happen. She gets lost in thought that, how can my daughter do this? And somewhere she also feels that someone forcibly made her write this letter, but who will explain this to the world? Now when the police receive the letter, they close their search operation after seeing it. All the volunteers also back off. No one wanted to waste time because Abby had run away. No one knows what Abby was going through. And here, everything becomes normal again, as if nothing had happened. All the boards are torn down, posters are removed, but Zenia, who is a mother, how can she give up so easily? So she decides to search for her daughter every day, and when a mother decides something, she can even make the world bow down. Now Zenia goes into Abby's room where she finds her 14th birthday card, seeing which she hugs it to her chest and cries a lot. Now here friends, 77 whole days have passed, and then Tips shifts Abby to a new house. Actually, this house is a container whose walls are soundproof. There are cameras all around, meaning she was completely under the control of Tips. Now after this, Tips starts to leave from there, but Abby stops him and hugs him to show that she is happy with Tips. And here Tips also starts trusting her. Now due to the removal of the boards, Tips is very happy that the police also had no interest in this case. Now in this way, days and months start passing and finally Christmas arrives. Tips gives Abby a gift, which is actually a cooking book. When she opens it, the name Kip is written in it. And seeing this, she understands that this man's name is Kip. Now here friends, Kip starts feeling that Abby is falling in love with him and will not leave him, and that is why he gave her that book so that she could cook food for him. The story moves forward and 102 days pass, and here Zenia's hopes also started slowly breaking. She was just praying to God that wherever her daughter is, with whoever she is safe. Here Abby was also praying the same thing, but both were completely unaware that they were only a few minutes apart, and only when God wills it, perhaps they will meet each other. Now one day Kip sleeps in Abby's container itself, and in the meantime, Abby sees his face. When he wakes up, he gets very scared and wears his mask, but Abby comes near him and takes off his mask. She wanted to show that she doesn't care at all because she has started loving him, and now he doesn't need to hide his face. And that stupid man also started believing her words. Because of this, he brings her home, they both dance, but Abby looks around. She was looking for a way to escape from there. She also hears her mother's voice calling her. Daughter, come home. We are waiting for you. Now we see that he is playing chess with her and also starts sharing his personal things, which Abby was listening to very carefully. He tells her that in childhood all his friends used to bully him and no one used to talk to him. And even his family members were not interested in him. And this is the reason why he abducted Abby, to overcome his loneliness, meaning friends, people play games to overcome loneliness. This man does kidnapping, and Kip did this so that he could talk to her, love her, and somewhere he also feels that he has started liking Abby's company. And in this way, Abby keeps trying to manipulate him repeatedly, and keeps looking for an opportunity so that she can plan to escape from here. But the gate of his container is always locked from the outside, and she also knew that if she made even a small mistake, this man would kill her and the trust she has gained in him would also be gone, so she has to work with her mind. Then one day, Kip takes Abby outside. He takes her to the hot springs far away, where there are white horses. Seeing this, a smile comes on her face. And today we saw Abby smiling after so many days, and she was feeling very good seeing and touching the horses. And in this way, 180 days pass while Abby is staying there. Now here one day, Abby comes to know that Kip has been fired from his job, saying that he has started doing too much nonsense, and due to losing his job, he is very angry. He felt that others were jealous of him. That is why they are firing him from here. Then an idea comes to his mind, through which he can earn more money. He was thinking of printing a currency in which Abby will help him, and he did not know that this idea was going to become trouble for him later. On the other hand, this idea could be an opportunity for Abby to escape from here. Now the story moves further and 215 days pass. Now no one even remembered Abby's face, and ever since that letter was received by people, no one even asked about her. But Zenia, being a mother, her hope will always remain alive in her heart. She has faith in God that one day her daughter will definitely return. In these 7 months, not a single day passed when she did not pray to God, and perhaps this is the reason why her daughter is still alive. On the other side, Kip starts using those currencies, but a lady comes to know about this. She had found out that these notes are fake. She immediately informs the police about this, and hearing this, Kip gets very panicked. He is surprised, he is shocked, and he knew that if the police came here, they would check the whole house and take the DNA of everything. If they found Abby's DNA, he would surely go to jail, and that is why he burns everything related to Abby. He gets the whole house cleaned by her, but Abby uses her mind. She had dropped some of her hair behind the toilet seat, so that if the police came, they would know that she was here. Now after this, we see Kip, who is crying, hugging Abby and saying that everyone hates him. He is not that bad. And Abby also gives him false encouragement, gives him false sympathy so that he can fall into her trap. But after a while, the exact opposite happens. We see that he was taking her to a secluded place. Abby was confirmed that this man would kill her here and throw her away. She starts crying loudly and says, "Kip, please don't do this." He silences her by shouting, and after this, Abby requests him that after her death, he should leave her dead body near her house so that her mother can see her for the last time, and this is a very emotional scene. Now Abby stands in front of him so that he can kill her, but here, friends, then a miracle happens. Perhaps it was the effect of Zenia's prayers. Kip does not kill her, but leaves her behind her house and goes away from there. He did this because Abby was treating him very nicely for the first time in his life. Someone came who understood him, and this is the reason why he left her. Abby runs from there and comes home and sees her mother after 8 whole months. Her mother hugs her after seeing her and starts crying, and today their daughter was in front of them after so many months. This is a miracle of God. But one thing was still left. Now Zenia informs the police about this, and the police reach her house, and here they find the same hair that Abby had left behind the toilet. So it is confirmed that Kip had kidnapped Abby. A few days later, she goes with her mom to the same place where he showed her the horses, but this time he is nowhere to be seen. She asks the people there about him, so they say that there is no such horse here. She understands that he was an angel who came to give her a message that never lose courage. You will definitely be free one day and reach your mother. With this story ends here. Finally, it is told that Kip was sentenced to 45 years in jail. He has a 3-year-old son with whom he and his family are very happy. So with this, the story ends here. What did you learn from this story? Do tell us by commenting. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.